baby.
Yeah.
Miracle, miracle serves. Miracle, miracle serves. Miracle, miracle serves. Miracle, miracle serves.
We keep having all these problems. How we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. All these unsolved issues, I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired, girl, you wouldn't like it. So goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is July the 29th, 2025, and today the topic is Already Done 2.0. 2.0. Happy Tuesday. It's Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Last time I talked to y'all, man, mine was just fine overall. I did miss y'all. I missed y'all last week, man. There was just so much going on. I tried to keep you guys as informed as I could. So you may know or you may not know. I'm not sure. When was the last time I talked to y'all? I can't remember. Was it last Monday? I don't know. Shout out to Angela Knapp tuning in. I thought about you, sis. And I was like, man, I hope all is well. I hope you saw my messages in the community, because what had happened was, y'all, last week was already like a lot going on. Because it was Joy Week over there at the church, which was the staff appreciation week. So I was going to work, I guess, every day because of that. You know, again, we had the conversation about me being part-time, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go. It's supposed to be staff appreciation. And I'm glad that I went because it was nice to get poured into. We did a lot of team building type of activities, things of that nature, and it was nice. So shout out to Mountain West Church, you know what I'm saying, for being a blessing in my life and blessing your girl last week. But unfortunately, as you guys may know, on the first day, which was Monday, day one of Joy Week, unfortunately got the news about my uncle, Carl, and he passed and everything, I guess, that morning. And so that was one thing, obviously, that put a damper on the week. Thank you so much, Miss Angela, for your sentiments and things of that nature. You can't help but think about like the last time you talked to somebody, or the last time, I know he called me and I never did get a chance to call him back. But I do remember the last time we talked and stuff like that, but it's just one of those things, man. You're like, man, I should have just called him back. You know what I'm saying? But you let, I guess, life and stuff get in the way. And then because I had already had so many things planned this week, last week, which was again going to do Joy Week and being a part of that, but then also the end of last week was my little vacation for our family, the Oh Happy Saves crew, me, my husband, my son. It was our first vacation, and I had planned it, paid for it, all this type of stuff, and so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to go to the funeral because it was around the same time. But I did go and visit with his daughter, which is my cousin. I visited with her because now she has lost both of her parents. Because her situation actually was similar to mine. I told you guys about my dad and how he passed away before I was born. Well, she had a similar situation where her mom passed away in her younger years. And so now her father is gone as well. And so, I took the time she was like one of the first people to come into my heart and mind when I heard about the news. And so, yeah, I went to go sit with her on the way down to our vacation, I stopped by to visit her. And then on the way back up, I stopped by again. And she seemed to, appreciate that and stuff. So shout out to my cousin Selena. I love you. I don't know if she listens to me on the juice or do any of that, but just in case, if you're watching, cuz, watching sis, you know what I'm saying? I love you. And I apologize again for not being able to go to the funeral, but I did give a gift, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I did like try to show my face and show some love. So that's one of those things where it's kind of difficult, where at least I find it to be difficult. I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes it feels difficult to like choose yourself, right? To choose, you, your family, and things of that nature. When there's, I guess, quote unquote, expectations, and nobody put an expectation on me, like nobody said anything or whatever. But I don't know if it's just a me thing. Like that, this is why I'm in therapy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like trying to figure out what's going on with me, why I am the way I am, things of that nature. So stuff like that gets really heavy for me. That I take it on and I'll be stewing about it like all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out like, am I making the right decision and all that type of stuff. But I'm like, yeah. But anywho, so anyway, that was a lot. So I say all that to say that last week was a lot, and then on top of that, my phone broke on day 2. So day 2 of Joy Week, right? We was at lunch. They had took us to a nice lunch at Maggiano's. Shout out to Maggiano's because I went there for my birthday last year. But anyway, we were there and my phone broke, and so and it was so crazy because I want to say, what was it, like over the weekend or whenever that week that NJ was gone, whenever it was, I don't know, at some point me and my husband had a conversation, and we were playing this game. I think I told y'all about it. I'm like, we were playing this game about like, asking each other questions, and one of the questions for me was like, if your family was safe, if the necessities and whatnot was safe, but your house burned down, what would you grab? And I told him in that moment that it would probably be my phone, just because like I do everything on it. Like right now I'm recording the podcast on it. Like, yeah, okay, I'm live as well on the laptop, but most of the time I'm working from the phone, different things, and so I said that, and then lo and behold, a couple of days later, the doggone phone breaks. You know what I'm saying? So it just was like one of those things where you like, the enemy be trying me. So I feel like he be trying me. I don't know if y'all be paying attention to that type of stuff, or if you credit that to him or whatever. But I'd be like, just because I said it the other day, now you're gonna take the phone for real? Like, boo, you're so lame. But anyway, but I still found a way. I found a way to like still message you guys. I just used my computer in the meantime, the days that I didn't have my phone. I'm thankful to the Lord that I was able to get me another one. Financially, it was all right. I didn't have no problem trying to get another one. And, it did. So anyway, man, I say all that to say there was a lot going on last week. And so, yeah, y'all didn't have live juice at least, but there was written juice that I felt led to share. And then when it came to the vacation, so the vacation was from like Thursday to Sunday, technically. And so we had a good time, man. If y'all follow me on Facebook, then you probably seen it. If you don't know me personally on Facebook, then I guess, I don't know if I need to post up or something on the community or something so y'all could see the good time we had. But NJ had a good time. I might show y'all some photos afterwards and not the show. So live people, stay tuned. But yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good time. The vacation. I'm glad we went. I hated that it was that type of decision, but at the same time, I feel like it was the right decision because I came back refreshed, and here I am today, with some fresh juice. Even though it's so interesting because I feel like this juice is repetitive. Because what came to me was already done, and then I was like, didn't I just do one call already done not long ago? And I did. It wasn't, maybe like a week or so ago. I think it was It's Already Done or something like that. So I was like, okay, already done 2.0. Because obviously the Lord has something more to say about already done. So that's where the conversation comes from today. Let me go ahead and see what Miss Angela has to say before we get into this juice. Miss Angela says, I'm sure she appreciated your visits. Sometimes people show up to funerals because they feel obligated to. She knows that you were there for her because you wanted to be there. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate the confirmations, y'all, and stuff. Like I said, I don't know if it's just a me thing. Like I kind of struggle with making those decisions sometimes, but I'm trying my best to do better at like being intentional, right, about like my life and having fun and enjoying it and choosing myself, in the midst of life and whatnot as well. Like, because we can't be everything to everybody. And this is just in general, not specifically about this situation. I mean, obviously, if the trip wasn't planned and paid for and all that type of stuff, I would have went. But we're not talking about that. I'm talking about in life in general. Like, a lot of times we try to, I guess it's a people pleasing thing. You know what I'm saying? And have been, I guess I kind of struggle with that because I just want people to be happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like tension like that. You know what I mean? I look, like my mentors would say, I keep my drama on the stage. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, really do that in real life type vibes, you know? And so I just keep peace, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like anything that is like feeling like tension and stuff, I've been struggling with because it's like, and I hate when it seems like, okay, me choosing me and my family in this moment feels like it's a problem. You know what I mean? And I feel like no, and I'm wrong when I say this, but what I feel like sometimes is that other people don't have this problem. Like other people can say, "Hey, no, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing my family," and I honor that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when it comes to me, sometimes that don't necessarily always get honored. But that's a whole nother conversation. Look, I'm not trying to make this my therapy session, y'all. But anyway, good morning to Miss Patsy Stone. So let's get into this conversation, y'all. Look, the Lord brought me back with already done 2.0. So this is what was standing out to me. So there's a few things. I would say a few things that led me to this. Obviously, again, getting the verse or the quote or the title is one thing, but then also, as you guys may know, your girl is going to be embarking on the 21 days of prayer journey next. It's supposed to kick off next Sunday for our church, and I've been thinking and praying about what that's going to look like for me this go around, and there's some things, you know, maybe some unconventional things, but at the same time, maybe some regular stuff that I'm considering this go around as well. Just thinking and praying about it, seeking the Lord about what He wants me to do. So one, I feel like today is kind of confirmation of like what I should do. So that was one thing. And then also, I feel like I've been seeing things lately where it's like, it talks about like quotes or something like that. It talk about like people wanting to do like, I feel like we talked about this before, man, but it's like, we like the DIY part. You know what I mean? It's like, we feel like we gotta do something when at the end of the day, Jesus paid it all. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing really other than believe, right? And then live accordingly and stuff like that. It's already done. And so I guess I'm here to remind us all again, you know what I'm saying, that it's already done. And hopefully there'll be something a little different, you know, that the Lord gives me today versus what He gave me before about this. But let's get into it. So I was led to Lamentations 3:58 first, and it says, "O Lord, Thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life." So I feel like this was confirmation. It was confirmation for me to say, like, you know what? Again, well, not only that it's already done, but that He's pleaded causes for my soul and that He's redeemed my life. And so I don't have to worry or fret about if He's going to, right? Because He already did. And He's letting me know that, yeah, that is confirmed. I have done this. So I hope that just hearing that can be encouraging today. But let me give you guys the next verse. This is what made me think about the fasting part. And it's Isaiah 58:3. And I came to these from the time that I woke up this morning. So that's a little random side note. But anyway, so Isaiah 58:3. I feel like I got to sneeze. Bless me. Anyway, sorry, podcast people, and sorry, y'all. Anywho, so wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou see it not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labors. So I ended up looking into the whole book, I guess, or chapter, the whole what is it? Isaiah 58. I ended up, listening to all of that for my own personal again, my reflections about the upcoming fast and whatnot. But I found it to be very interesting that I got led to this because I feel like that was me. Like I told you guys at last time I was here, we talked about the Sambalot moment, right? If I'm saying that right. Anyway, and how I felt like there was these temptations to, get distracted and things of that nature. And I was pushing through and I was like, I'm not doing it, and I feel like I passed the test and things like that. But in my weak moments, right, in my moments where I was like really just seeking the Lord and praying about everything that I was thinking about and experiencing, I do remember going to the Lord and be like, I done did this already. You know what I'm saying? I done fasted for this, like, all this type of stuff. I was definitely saying these type of words. I was, talking, asking the Lord, like, does this even mean anything? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, is there a purpose to all that I've been through and things of that nature? And I'm sure somebody else have felt this way before, right? We're seeking the Lord and asking him, like, is it worth me giving up this, that, and the other for you, Lord? Because at the end of the day, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see whatever the vision is, or things haven't come to fruition yet, or whatever you may be questioning the Lord about. Well, one, it was interesting because, again, if by listening to the whole chapter today, it was letting me know what God wants a fast to look like versus like what people do, or and it's about the heart at the end of the day, the heart posture. Like, I know somebody say, there's a quote out there that says, like, if you're doing this or that, like if you're being negative or whatever the case may be, and then but you're fasting, then you might as well go ahead and eat. I mean, hey, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe God is honoring those type of fasts as well, but yeah, I think definitely I took a moment to think about the heart posture and whatnot with receiving that verse. Now, the only other verse that I felt led to share today is John 3:16. And we all should know this one, but here it is. It's for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. I think what stood out to me the most today about that particular verse is the past tenseness of it all. You know what I'm saying? The things that, again, is letting us know it's done already. What am I talking about? Well, for God so loved the world, like he loved us already, like it's done. He loved us. It's, so it's not like, oh, because he's gonna love us. So no, he loved us already. So he did this. He gave, which is another, if I'm not mistaken now, because it's not give, right? It's not I'm gonna give, or it's not giving, right? Is he gave it already, right? Okay, are y'all with me? Y'all tracking with me on this? Okay, and then the other part, what is it? Whoever believes. Now that's current, right? So if you believe, right, or believes, is that press too? Maybe, look. My son's going first grade. I'm out of school. But anyway, but yeah, whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. So there's some present in there as well. But the things that was standing out to me is the stuff that, again, reminded me that he did it already. He loved me already, right? He gave for me already. And so because of that, look, it's already done, And so, I mean, you can go deeper about this, man. There's a couple of verses in the go deeper section just to peruse and let marinate on your own heart, souls, and minds. But that's it in regards to what I felt led to share with you guys today about It's Already Done 2.0. Again, I mean, if you need to, listen to the other one again, cool. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's just a few episodes back. You guys can, listen to whatever the Lord was saying through me for that. But I'm just reiterating again, it's already done. Like, we don't have to worry about, again, if he loves us, right? We don't have to worry about, is he going to give me grace and mercy, or any of the questions that we have. We got to just know that, okay, it's already done, and then walk in it, live accordingly, things of that nature. I guess that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice for today. But let me give you guys the Bible verse of today, and that's John 8:12. It says, then spake Jesus again to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Chris, I hope you guys enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And there you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. Hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing all those wonderful things. Yeah, man, I missed y'all. Love seekers, look, juicers, you know what I'm saying? I got a question. So did you guys get the community juices? Did you guys get the juices that were written? I think I did at least one or two. I can't remember. I think it was at least one or two. Miss Patsy Stone was saying good morning. Patsy Stone said it is a people-pleasing thing, and yes, it's hard to learn that choosing yourself is okay. I know it, girl. I've been working on it though. I've been working on it. Patsy Stone says sometimes it's hard to just let him do it. Exactly. Sometimes we just need that reminder. Thank you for the blessing, Quill. Appreciate you. Miss Patsy saying have a great day. Yes, you too. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that you were able to read them, Miss Patsy. Great. I'm glad to see that. Let me show y'all some vacation pics, man. So for those that care, your girl went to Callaway Gardens. So Thursday through Sunday, that's where we were. And it's like this resort that's here in Georgia. And oh, okay, I thought somebody said something. And so here's my thing. I wanted to go to the beach, but the closest beach from us is like 4 or 5 hours drive. And so I just was like, what if we just do beach vibes? Because the Callaway Gardens has a, like, I guess what would you say, like a man-made type of beach there. And so I was like, it's about an hour away from us. So we went there instead. I can't remember if I've been there before. I probably have, like in my younger years, but obviously it was NJ's first time going. And so they had this like butterfly gazebo. They had these different little events going on. They had like this luau. So I tried to do it. We stayed on a resort. It was nice to just get away, guys. I did get a chance to put my toes in some sand and stuff. Let me give you guys some highlights or whatever. So I think my personal favorite thing, look, me and NJ on night one. So we went in on Thursday. My husband came in on Friday. And so one of the first things we did was got like this late night meal. So okay, if y'all ever go there, like, don't follow the GPS. Just maybe follow the GPS to get you in the area, and then after that, just look at the signs, because the GPS took me to like the park part and not the resort, and it just is this whole thing. So I was getting all turned around. So by the time we got to the resort, it was later than I expected to be there. And plus it was later because I stopped by to see my cousin, like I told you guys. And so and Miss Patsy said he's such a comic. I know, a ham sandwich, right? And so yes, we got into the room and it was late or whatever, and I was in the restaurants was getting ready to close. I was like, man, I'm hungry. So we was able to go and grab a late night meal or whatever, and then and NJ wanted to take it back to the room, so we had a quote unquote movie night, or we just put on the TV that they had in there and ate our food. And that was the first night. Look at the first morning. So this was kind of like the view from our room. We had like the wooded type of view. I was surprised to have a balcony room. Actually, I thought it was going to be closed. Like, oh, NJ sitting on a little balcony. And then they have like I told you guys, the butterfly gazebo. It's called the JL Hand gazebo. So I think that was like my favorite part with NJ, because we walked around and the butterflies were just flying around the gazebo like birds, y'all. Like it was beautiful to see. And so yeah, I got this video of NJ just walking around and talking about. It was so funny because I was letting him know different things before we went in. And then in the video, he's saying all the things that I was telling him. I'm like, so you do be listening, huh? You do got a good little memory, right? Okay. Let's keep that energy for school when it starts back up next week. Y'all pray for me, y'all. I'm gonna be NJ's learning coach again. Oh, the sound is too crazy. Let me turn it down. But yeah, so I got NJ walking around the gazebo. Like I said, the butterflies were flying around. And he's being like, there goes some. It was just beautiful. I think that was probably like one of my favorite moments with him. Seeing that with him and his little point of view and stuff like that. Beautiful. Just it's so pretty there. Yeah. It looks selective here. I know, girl. I'm like, you got a good little memory on you, huh? It was so funny. So this is my favorite bird. My favorite flower. I know it's so weird, but I'll tell y'all why. So anyway, this flower is called Bird of Paradise. You probably can't even see it well. I think this is my favorite just because. So y'all remember that game, The Sims? Every time I would make a house in The Sims, I would get the Bird of Paradise and put it in my house. And so I just decided that this was going to be my favorite flower, even though I know it's so random and Like it was so interesting. Like my bridal shower, people were trying to guess your favorite flower, and I think people were saying regular stuff, and I'm like, sorry guys, I'm the weird one. It's the bird of paradise. So I took a picture with it. I saw a sign that said something about a white bird of paradise, but I didn't see it. I don't know if it was maybe it was out of season. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's one thing. Check out NJ and the little photo thingy. We got one together. So here's the thing. So my husband, so this is the Friday that we were there, and so my husband was working, so he was coming after work. And this guy, he wants to go, and like he was like, oh, I'm gonna do an oil change, I'm gonna do all this stuff before I go. I'm like, oh my gosh, like get there so you won't miss the luau. But he missed it, y'all. He missed the luau. I said Miss Sims playing the Sims. I know, that's so funny. Yeah, man, it's been a long time since I played the Sims. But I look, who had Rosebud back in the day, that cheat code, look, get more money. Yes. Oh yeah, this is a new phone, by the way, guys. Look, I got a heavy duty case this time, so I won't have no issues, hopefully, with another broken phone. It's so funny. So here, this is NJ's shirt today. It says Dad knows a lot. Mom knows everything. It's probably the other way around though, y'all, for real. Like my husband knows a little about a lot. Very beautiful scenery. Like I was able to capture like this. You guys can't really see it as good as this beautiful picture of the lake and the clouds. We had a nice little lunch at the Discovery Cafe that was there on that Friday. And then that night they had a luau, which ended up being indoors. I guess because it was sprinkling a little bit, so they moved it to be indoors. And so there's me and NJ. Like I said, hubby just missed out on all of this because he wants to do oil changes and stuff. I'm like, dude, just get off from work, you know, and come on. Like, but anywho, I was able to pack his little meal or whatever. But it just was like, oh my gosh. So your son, my son, your how do y'all look at NJ? Do y'all see him as a nephew? Anyway, well, y'all nephew, I guess he's so used to me being on stage. So we were at the luau, right? And they were doing all these little things or whatever. And then at some point they called for volunteers. And he's like, "Go, mommy!" And I'm like, "Kid, like I'm just trying to be an audience person today." You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, I'm always on stage doing something. Let me just. But so anyway, so he tried to film me up on the teaching the they was teaching the hula or whatever. I'm like, okay, kid. So his filmmaking skills obviously need some work, but he was trying. He was trying. And so again, another reason hubby should have been there, right? But anyway, so the second time they called for volunteers, he was kind of hesitant, like he didn't want to do it. But then here's the thing. When the guy was with machetes, he was about to do this trick with machetes. He wanted to be a volunteer for that. I'm like, really? So to go learn a little hula dance, you didn't want to volunteer, but then the machete juggling, you down to do. And then on top of that, like, so at the end, they had another moment where they asked for people to come up. He's like, let's go together. And so we went up there together. That didn't get documented, obviously, again, because, you know, his husband wasn't there. But yeah, they only had maybe like one fire act just because this guy, he just was very like full of himself. But it's you know, people have their own little personalities when they're doing their thing. But yeah, so we was able to get a like a little video and little photos with the cast afterwards. But yeah, that was sweet. And so then hubby finally got there, so he finally got a chance to be part of the vacation. So with my bodyguard back there. And so and I just was thankful, man. Like I said, here's I know y'all don't care to see my toes, but I'm gonna show y'all my toes I got me some sandy toes. Finally got some my toes in the sand. I've been wanting to have beach vibes for a long time, y'all. It's been like a little while, even when I went to the cruise. I was hoping to do it then, but so that's their little man-made lake beach thing. But NJ really enjoyed it. I got in the water a little bit. I don't swim. My husband is the only one that knows how to swim. I should show y'all this. I'm like, you know, when somebody else has the camera, you look different. I'm like, you know what? I guess I have gained some weight around here. Or maybe this is just my husband's perspective. Let me show you these photos. I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's gonna be too much. I do got a bathing suit top on. Y'all gonna be all right? Maybe I'll do this one that's far away. I done gained some weight, y'all. Oh Lord. Okay, that's too much. That's too much for y'all. I guess I have gained weight around here. But I'm okay. I'm okay with gaining weight. Like you said, are you a stick thing? I guess if I show y'all back in the day, then maybe y'all will see. Because I guess I see it now, at least in these photos. But again, I don't mind gaining weight because I've always been the same size like my whole life. I feel like so. I'm fine with gaining weight, but I know hubby's not. He's not fine with gaining weight. But yeah, it was nice. Here's another little moment, you know what I'm saying? I look different there too. So they call me a chameleon, y'all, because I guess I look different in all my pictures. Like, do I look different now without the beads? I don't know. But anywho, so yeah, those are photos from our little vacation, man. We had a good time and it was nice. It was nice to get away. Says he's lucky to have parents that spend quality time with him and let him experience things that most kids don't get to. Oh, thank you, man. I feel like he had a good little summer this summer, man, because I tried to, again, like I said, be more intentional. Thanks, y'all. Y'all say I look great. Thank you, guys. I'm trying to look. I'm not working out or nothing, like, so I definitely see my pudges and rolls and things of that nature, but I appreciate y'all. And like I said, I'm fine with gaining weight. Like, at the end of the day, like, as long as I guess I don't get sloppy or something, I think I'm gonna be all right, but NJ, yeah. So yeah, I feel like he had a good little summer. Like at the beginning of the summer, we had the kids camp thing, and then we did our little staying in the yurt, and throughout the summer, the weeks after, I was like trying to take him to the library and do those type of activities. So actually last week we went. So Wednesday we went to the library and we did an art project together. The past ones, we did our own, but we did one together, and I ended up putting it in the bathroom because it's a bathroom image. I'll show y'all since NJ sleep, and y'all want to see the art that we did together. It's right over here. One second. So we did what's called the transfer art. And so they took a coloring page and we transferred it. And then from there, we painted it. So as you guys can see, it's a bath scene. So I was like, this is great for the bathroom. And me and NJ painted it together. You probably can see what he did or what I did, or maybe it looks the same. But yeah, so we sided together, Mommy and NJ. It was on the 23rd. At first, I was just going to put summer 22 and 5, but I'm like, I should put the date so we can always remember the date that it was on. But yeah, so I was like, I'll put it in our bathroom because the other bathroom is kind of like a different color scheme, I guess. And I was like, and plus it already has art in that other one. So I was like, I'll just put it in this one because we don't really have art in that bathroom. But you say you want to see it? Oh, thank you guys. Angela says sloppy. I don't think you get sloppy even if you did. Can't wait. Thank you guys. Everything, you know what I mean. Like I was like, oh, do I look like a busted can of biscuits? You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, like I said, I'm comfortable, I guess, in my skin and stuff. I know I could tell that I'm different. Actually, okay, I guess I can show y'all what I mean. Like, so the last time I wore that skirt, but the last time I was on the beach in that skirt, I looked at that photo. So I guess y'all could probably see, or maybe you can't see. It's on Facebook. I gotta, because I looked at it the other day. I was like, yeah, I guess I do see a difference, between Miracle 13 years ago and now, however long it was ago. But like I said, I'm okay. I'm okay with gaining weight. Maybe I will start working out again. I was on a little workout journey at some point. That is documented here on the channel. Y'all can see it's called Accountability. Shout out to Anointed Touch Health, Fitness, and Beauty. They were trying to put me on a diet and everything. But I'm like, as somebody that barely eats already, and it's not on purpose, it's just, I guess, bad habits. It's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I fasted and stuff like that, but like to be intentionally putting myself on a diet for no reason, really, I'm like, it's because it's not that you know what I mean? I don't know, like nothing against people that need to or whatever. If you need to, by all means. do what you got to do for your health, right? But for me, I'm just like, what am I? Not say what am I doing it for, but kind of, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Miss Patsy is saying we worry way too much about weight in our society. Bodies change throughout life. Yes, I agree. He said they tried to put me on a diet. Yeah, that's insane. Well, see, what happened was like he was saying that I guess he was saying I needed to eat more because basically, I was sometimes I only eat like once a day. Like I'll eat a big meal like once and then I'll snack or something like that. That's usually, I guess, one of my bad habits. So he was trying to encourage me, the guy that I was working with, he was trying to encourage me, I guess, to eat multiple meals and then I guess start being okay with eating the same type of stuff. So he was like, so in the morning, he was like telling me like different things or whatever. So he's like, oh, was it 3 boiled eggs and some oatmeal or something like that? Like every morning, one, I can't remember what it was. And then like, I guess seasonings, like don't do too much, you know what I mean? And I just, at that time, cause it was in the beginning of COVID, or around that time. And I just, mentally, it wasn't helping me to do that, to be honest with y'all. So eventually I stopped because I stopped doing that part. I continued to do the workouts and stuff, but I was like, the food part is mentally getting to me just because, again, I already barely eat. And then 2, you're limiting what I can eat. And then I feel like we have food in the house and I feel like I can't eat it because it's not quote unquote certain stuff or healthy or whatever. But then at the same time, I was kind of basically, unemployment and stuff that was going on. And so, I didn't really have a lot to be going to buy myself separate stuff from my family. You know what I mean? And so I just was like, all of that was mentally taking a toll. And I was like, I ain't gonna be able to do that part. Just because it started to make me question where I'm at in my life. And I don't think that's healthy for me at this particular season, because I feel like God was doing something with me and GSL and stuff like that. So I just was like, anything that's making me, because the thing was like, when you financially feel like, okay, I can't go and buy something separately, like, because it kind of came out of the blue that I was doing the challenge, 1. And then 2, to be put on a different diet than my family, when we already made purchases for groceries or whatever. And then I felt like I couldn't go and get more. I probably could, but you know what I'm saying? It just was a lot at that particular time. And it was making me question, like, well, if I'm just making more money, then I could go and get something separate, but or whatever. And then making me doubt like what God was doing with me with GSL. And I'm like, nah, when it's going against what I feel like God is having me to do in this particular season, because he was having me to be okay with being at home, and just hustling from home, and you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I was doing this challenge, and then it was making me question what I was doing, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I was like, I'll work out, you know what I'm saying? I'll do the workouts and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna be able to eat a separate thing. I'm gonna eat what my family eat, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat what's in the house, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our one groceries, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Anyway, I don't know if does this help someone to share about that? But it was a good journey, and I was losing weight. Let me show you guys. Oh, I was supposed to show y'all the last time I wore that skirt that y'all just saw me in. I'm sure y'all will probably see a difference. Let me see, where is it? Okay, here it is. When was this? In 2009. Apparently, that's when this was, guys. So okay, this is one of me standing up straight. I don't know if I look different to y'all, but you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get that your girl looks different, man. And it's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine with looking different. I got to grow up at some point. You know what I mean? What I was going to show y'all now. Oh, I was going to show y'all when I was losing weight. Or when I was working and doing the workouts that with the Anointed Touch, Health, Fitness, and Beauty. So, I mean, I still would recommend them to people that, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it just was like, I just was kind of doing it to, well, on one hand, ooh, okay, this might, okay, how can I say this? Okay, so I struggle sometimes with like when, if someone comes and talks to me, like if one of you ladies or anybody, if y'all came to talk to me about things you want to do, right, and I can help you get to that thing, then I try, right. And so one of the things that my husband has been saying that he wants, obviously he's gained weight since we met and whatnot as well, and he's not comfortable with that. And I guess he would talk about how he used to be motivated by other people, like for the people around him that worked out, that he would be motivated to do so. And I've never been that type of person to work out like that. But I'm trying to be, help make to him or whatever the case may be. And so I want to say I did start the journey to well, I started with doing the juice. I was doing workout too, but I wanted to try to be that encouragement for him. But then I will find myself I'm doing it and he was not doing it. So I'm like, how I can't encourage you, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know how to encourage you or motivate you when you tell me you be motivated by someone doing, but here I am doing, and then I'm the only one still doing, and now I'm questioning my life and stuff when I'm not in the mental place of feeling like I really need to be working out like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so all of that being said, like, yeah, like, that was part of my reasons for starting the thing, and then realizing that, you know what, like, at the end of the day, people have to be, my husband and just everybody, they have to be, you have to do it for yourself. Like, I can't take on the full burden for people, you know what I'm saying? And so, if he wants to work out and change his physical XYZ, then he has to do that, right? And same for any other thing. Like, even when I coach people and stuff like that, it's like, I can't do it all for you. Like, I can help you, like I can walk with you, I can, motivate, try to motivate and give you guys the tips that I did, and different things of that nature, depending on what we're talking about. But outside of that, like, doing it for you, I can't do that. Like, at the end of the day, I cannot do it all. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been learning to be okay with that too, and like, let people live their life and make their choice and do whatever it is that they want to. Like, they got to do it. Now, if you want help to do it, or if you want encouragement to do it, or if you want, something along those lines, then hey, hit up your girl, Cultivation Coach Miracle. I can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to help people get to the next level, and I love to see that, like, I love to see fruit, to be honest. Like, you put the seeds in, and then you sow, and then it cultivates, and you know what I mean? So I love to see, like, when people are thriving and winning, and stuff. But I can't force people to get there. Like they say, you can't, make people drink the water, make the horse drink the water, or however they say, She says, I have 7 people to feed. A couple are picky eaters, and one have to have a special diet. It's hard for me to get myself different food on top of what they have to have. Exactly. So you understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we got food in the house, but because I'm on this particular thing, I feel like I can't eat it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm over here trying to figure out, how can I make some seasonless pasta or something? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can't have the sauce, but I can have the, like, like, what am I doing this for? Like, anyway, not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to tell y'all what happened with me in the journey. But y'all can see that play by, like I said, there's a whole playlist dedicated to that, and y'all can see, I guess, in real time what was happening, and my conversations with him. And like I said, very motivating, great. And I'm going to show y'all some results. So let me see. Anointed Touch, Health, Fitness, and Beauty. But also it was about, like, just kind of, helping the gentleman out as well. So so we just kind of was collabing on that to make a show, and he was holding me accountable and stuff. But and he was understanding of my different things as well. Like, when I talked to him about, like, yeah, the mentally is taking a toll on me, and I think that part is not for me. But hey, maybe one day I might have to, go that route and, get on some type of meal plan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it if I need to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm sorry if I don't know if I'm coming across like it's got something I ain't doing it. That's not necessarily the case. But, and let me see, can I find some results so y'all can see your girl? There was a few results. I want to say, how long was I doing it? Maybe like, let me see, where's some photos that show some results. Okay, so this says this is 2022, and this is what I wrote. Oh, this was this was my review of them. I said, my journey with Anointed Touch Health, Fitness, and Beauty has been awesome. I appreciate having my workout routines customized specifically for me, and one-on-one encouragement and feedback is like no other. I am motivated to be consistent, and after a few months, I'm blessed to see results. And so this was my results. Like, so you guys can see, this is where I started on this side. Y'all see, oh no, the other side. This is where I started, and then that's where after a few months, your girl was here, same outfit. Now I had somebody tell me they're like, oh, the only thing that changed was your hair. You just pulled your hair up. I mean, I see a difference. Y'all see the pooch, on the other one. Y'all see the pudge, and then y'all see the pudge changing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I saw results, and stuff. I was seeing it, but yeah. Anywho, let's see. Oh, it says I have to go. My son's therapy appointment. Hope everyone has a great day. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I thought about you several times last week. Thank you all for being back in one night. Again, I hope that it's encouraging and inspiring the juice that you guys received today. I heard, I guess I'll say this. I'll put it like this. Okay, boom. So I heard that our girl is going to be trying to do another live event soon. So if y'all trying to go to alexarmy.com and email them, and they'll let you guys know what to do, if that's something you're trying to do. But yeah, Miss Pastor says have a good day, Angela. It's awesome. But yeah, so if y'all are interested in that, meeting alley, things of that nature, go to alexarmy.com and get the info there. All right. But yeah, just letting y'all know that. I know that Miss Shelley put out a statement recently. We did share that in the community. I didn't read it or anything yet, so I don't know if y'all need me to do that. Maybe I can pop up real quick and do that later on or something. But if not, y'all can just read it yourself in the community. What else can I give y'all updates while I'm here? Any questions, comments, or concerns about anything, guys, while I'm here? Let's see. I will be on the lookout for that. Any questions, comments, or concerns? If you do care about that fitness journey, right? And if you want to look into like what that was like for me and stuff like that, if you go to our main page, it's called accountability. So it's that playlist right there, accountability. So I think there was like, how many videos did I do with him? Like, I guess there was 10 episodes maybe. And then I gave a the opportunity for someone else to do it. And the lady that actually won, she had a awesome fitness journey as well. Like she did well with that and was keeping, some weight off. Let me see, can I find her the thing? So I need to do some type of giveaway because next month is my birthday. So y'all want me to do a giveaway for my birthday? Y'all let me know. I'm thinking about it. Some type of giveaway or something. What kind of giveaway y'all want for my birthday? We'll see. Let me see here. Let me see where she can find this lady. Her name is Christy, and she won the fitness journey. So I gave her some different stuff, and she had, time with the anointed touch as well. And yeah, where is? I'm gonna show you guys some of her results. Oop, it's 9/11. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Look, what's going on? Is there something I'm supposed to be saying, Lord? It's 9/11. Let me see. I think, is this a good one? I'm trying to. She has some good results as well. Just trying to see here. I feel like she posted about it not long ago. You know what? I'll look at my the self-care postings. I try to share. So y'all good? No questions, comments, and concerns? No? Okay. I won't hold y'all up too long. I'll just share with you guys her results from her fitness journey, and then I guess I'll let y'all go. Yeah, man, school's gonna start back up next week. Like I said, y'all pray for me as NJ's learning coach. Look to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, okay? And that it all goes well. I'm sure it will. But yeah. I'm gonna start probably. So he wants Hot Wheels, I guess. So I guess his school will be Hot Wheel themed. So I'm going to try to get some little decor stuff and do that. Man, I thought I shared a photo or something of her recently. Goodness gracious, it's taking a long time to get to it. Maybe it's not meant to be. 1 second, I'm gonna try one more thing. And if not, let's see. Post. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm trying to see like something that'll show you guys exactly. Okay, well, I'll have to just show you guys two different photos. So this is where she started. And then this is, I think where she kind of is now. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Results work, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So if you need the journey, you know what I'm saying? Take the journey. Like, I don't listen to me. It was always what I'm saying if you need that, right? But if you don't at the same time, don't be beating yourself up about, again, like Miss Angela was saying, I think, or who was that? Oh no, Miss Patsy was saying, like, worrying about it to where it's taking a toll on you mentally. If you're doing it for, encouragement, growth, betterment, and it's empowering you, great. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing it because you're beating yourself up and you feel like you're not beautiful or you're not the right weight or whatever, then don't do that for that. You know what I mean? I guess that goes back to what I was receiving this morning about like, your heart posture with even fasting or anything. Like, I guess make sure your heart's right about whatever you're doing. So, all right, look, extra juice on top of the juice, okay? But y'all seem a little quiet, so I won't rush. I won't force y'all to be here. I'll let y'all go and have a great day. But yeah, I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow with the Lord's will. And yeah, till next time. Bye. Can't believe NJ's still asleep, right? Let me enjoy the quiet while I can. Y'all have a great day.